Hello, my dear friends. This is my 9th week report of PT Career, and let me tell you what I have done for this week. So, if you remember, we have just finished our first project, which is called High Concept, and this week we have started our new project, our second project. It's called Story Bible. So it's about game writing, storytelling through video game design. Actually, for example, in our first project, we just described our whole idea, game idea, and in Story Bible we need to describe features and properties of characters in our games. So what were my responsibilities for this week? My first responsibility was to check whether student left some feedbacks for teammates. So if you remember, every student has their team. There are 5 of them, 5 people in one team, in one group, I will say. So every student should leave at least 4 feedbacks for their team members. And of course, but it's really required and mandatory. And of course, he can leave feedbacks for others too, but it's not required well. So I checked whether the student left some feedback or not, because if not, in a case if he didn't leave some feedbacks, he will lose some marks. So my second responsibility was to evaluate their feedbacks, because sometimes students can just write, for example, well done, and that's all, not detailed. There is no detailed information about how was the game or the idea. So, and my third responsibility was to work with the course, to make some researches, to learn something new. So about game writing. We need to write and design our own games. It's about developing ideas, character, and the plot to create a compelling story world. So what we needed to learn is, I think, help to design and maybe write our own games, because sometimes it can be challenging. Not sometimes, I would say often. So learn how to generate and develop our ideas, how to structure maybe a story-rich game, and of course how to create a narrative and story world for our games. It definitely will enhance all games, even those that are not story-based. So we are going to learn to create a compelling story world for our video games by developing ideas. That's why we are doing these projects, character and memorable narrative. So of course we'll be given some knowledge and tasks to cement and practice what we have learned. I think that's all for this week. I don't know, unfortunately. So maybe in the next week I will explain something interesting, but for this week it's enough. So thank you for attention. Bye bye.